Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. And in this particular video I'm talking about one specific place which I really love to paint, and in fact I have been painting this place several times, and this is the place I'm visiting now. I'm going to experience that place again after almost like a 20 year. Yeah. The last time I visited this place around 2002 when I was in my college and mostly experiencing this, and this is the guest house I stayed, and the reason I've just chosen this specific place because of this uniqueness of its architecture, which is absolutely very artistic all over the place. There is a painting and a lot of cultural values all over the place in this particular guest house. So yeah, I mean, this is where I have started my journey, though the condition was pretty much hot when I gone to the ghats of Varanasi. So these are the ghats, basically, very first day I visited. And these are my real source of my painting. You must have seen many watercolor painting I made in this particular place, and the reason is when I started learning watercolor way back 2002, this is the very first place I came and I started painting, right? This specific place, this is called a Prayag Ghat in Varanasi. This specific place where I started, and I still recall that memories. How memorable that moment was when I came here and started outdoor painting, and that was beautiful. It was very beautiful, though I was just learning. I'm still learning, but these places, these ghats, just beside the bank of river Ganga, that was amazing. It's a fabulous experience as an artist, as a creative person, not just an artist visit here, but across every corner from the world. They come here, and this is exactly I'm talking about 2002. Very first painting I sold here when I was painting. This two lovely lady came and they purchased my painting. So this is the ghat where exactly this happened, and that becomes memorable. That becomes because that is very first painting I sold, and I'm just going to paint this place again. Exactly this view I'm going to paint. I've taken the snapshot of this, and this is the subject, for today's discussion and today's demo. So when I came back, my hometown again. I started taking a reference, as you can see in my mobile, and this is for you. This is absolutely for you to get to know the process of my experience being in this particular place, and I can feel the difference when you are just taking a reference photo and doing something that has a different feel to it. But when you experience that particular place, and I was missing that, over the 20 year I have been missing that, and that's the reason I just made a decision that this particular season I want to visit Varanasi, and that's actually lead me. It was very emotional moment. What to say? I can't just express. I just took my entire family there along with me, and we had a very, very nice time. But this particular place, I've just been there alone because I want to spend so much of time. Though the condition was very hot at this moment, it's too much of too much of the summer is actually it's blowing there. So it's like 44 degrees Celsius, 45, and you can't just imagine to coming out and paint. So that's the reason I just thought like I'll take a photograph and I'll paint it at my studio or my at home. That's exactly I'm doing it here. You can see here I'm just making these sketches, and these sketches are completely based on not just driven by this particular reference, but it's there in my it's there in my mind. I can imagine, I can just feel that moment, I can feel that the particular the instance. And when I'm sketching, when I'm doing this sketching, I can sense that the environment around that. And trust me, I mean, I was just feeling like what really makes a difference. I mean, I can take and in fact a lot of people asked me, why you're spending so much of time going and sitting outside on the hot condition or cold condition or whichever condition, and you're painting outdoor. Why not you take a photograph and you can paint it very easily, very comfortably. What to say, how to say this to those people who has this kind of a perception. If you're painting something, any specific place or any specific memory, and if you've been there, or if you are there and you are painting, there is a huge difference in those. Because it's not just about the color and composition, it's about the mostly about how you are bringing the environment, the surrounding, the feel, the touch, the emotion, the floating energy, everything you are bringing together and putting across. And that's the uniqueness I found when I've been there. Of course I've been there and this place, but it was 20 years ago. But now today when I'm painting this, I'm just getting the energy, I'm just feeling the vibes. How to express that? When I'm sketching, when I'm painting this, I was so happy to memorize those moments. And every the object and the vibrancy of that particular place, the crowd, noise, the smell, the beautiful the aroma of the stick, I mean, we in Hinduism we do this a lot of we call it agarbatti in Hindi. I don't know what is it called in English. I think it in stick or something. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. I'm not pronouncing properly. But yeah, that's the aroma and the beautiful smell you get. So that I'm just experiencing when I'm painting this. And I've been there. I've been to every gullies. We call it in Hindi in gully. So these are narrow path basically, and that's a beautiful moment. If you've ever been to Varanasi, you must have to visit this small path, narrow path, which leads you to either to ghat or some other temple, because everywhere you see there is some small and big temple, and there is some cultural values, some values associated with it. Every house has there some uniqueness, some story, and that's beautiful. And this exactly, I mean, I'm painting. So this is Prayag Ghat the temple, which is very important temple, but currently there is there is no any worship happening. I think there is some renovations happening at that point of time when I've been here recently, and I'm just hoping that this will get over very soon, and again the rituals will start very soon. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah, I mean, you can just see like how I'm just trying to bring the vibrancy using the certain color, and these colors are basically driven by that specific place. and when I'm just selecting these colors, trust me, I'm not just very consciously selecting these colors. This is coming by itself because I'm just living that moment. I'm in that moment, and I can just sense that what color it should be. Honestly speaking, I'm not very much conscious picking these color. It's happening. It's happening by itself, and that's the beauty of this place, and that's the reason I visit this place, and I would really wanted to visit this, and that's the reason I painted several paintings of this place. I sold many across the world. A lot of my art buyers, the first preference is they wanted to have my watercolor painting based on Varanasi. And there is a reason to it, because when I paint this particular place, it's just about the painting. I try to bring that the aroma, the feel, the divinity of that place, and I'm really happy that I'm able to do that. And look at this place. I mean, it's a beautiful. It's a divine. It's a purely divine. I still get tear in my eyes when I recalling this, and I really want to be here again and again and again. This, boating on the river Ganga and viewing the panoramic view of this entire ghat is an amazing experience. I can't just express through the word. It's there in my heart. It's the feeling, and those feelings will remain forever. And I'm just thinking like very soon I'm planning to visit this place, maybe in a winter season, because I want to paint there. I just don't want to bring that memory in my studio and paint, but I also want to paint there itself, how I did a long ago, 20 years ago. I wanted to do the same thing again. I want to paint several paintings there, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. So that's the picture. I'm optimistic, and I'm just very much confident that I should be able. I would be able to visit this place again, if Lord Shiva gives me a blessing. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful town. Lord Shiva, the Almighty Lord Shiva, is a superhero there. So yeah, coming back to this painting, this is the Prayag Ghat I am painting, and you can just see. And one more thing, like if you wanted to see the complete version of this painting with the proper audio, what I am doing, why I am doing, and every aspect of this painting, you can become a member of my Patreon. So becoming a Patreon, you'll have a lot of opportunity to get to know more of this painting, their process, and the complete end-to-end process of this painting. So that's the beautiful way to support an artist also, because I also need a support to create such tutorial. I need to visit the place. I just need to, there are several things. So so if you wanted to support me and want to get benefit of seeing this many more stuff, then yeah, check out the link below for my Patreon, and try to be my patron. So that will be real helpful. Alright, so coming back to here, now you see how I am just using the color, the bold patches. That's the uniqueness when you're using these bold patches all over the places. That's the beauty of the watercolor. I mean, and that's exactly what you see here. And one more important aspect you need to see here, how you are using the depth and the light. Now you see there is a one since there was too much of heat there, so this particular shop, the vendor, he used to put one shades, like, and he just put one kind of a canopy, but it was not exactly the same thing, but it was something like that. And just below that, underneath, there was quite a few devotees there, and they were just buying something, or doing the photography, etc, etc. So that's the story, because your painting should also have a story. It's just not about the place, it's about what's happening around, what all the things are happening, and those stories are critical. As an artist, you'll also have to consider those elements. You can just see this entire painting if you become the member of my Patreon. You can see that entire end to end with a proper commentary of this entire activities, why I'm doing this, and etc, etc. It was fun. It is really good if you see this entire video. All right, so this is just a glimpse of this tutorial, and I feel like such kind of depthness and the vibes what you see here is basically brings a lot of energy, a lot of interest, and that's exactly you see in this particular painting.